Did you know you can lose bone mass from as early as the age of 30? Now, this is why, one of the many reasons, in fact, it's so incredibly important to be looking after your skeletal health, and that is what this show is all about. My name is Poppy, and I'm joined here with the lovely Nick as well.
Good to be here. Joints, bones, so important to look after.
All of it.
Can be helped, obviously. Lifestyle choices can influence, diet can influence, but if you're... do you want to give an overview first, or do you want to dive straight into vitamin D? How do you want to do this, Pops?
We'll tell you what's coming up,
Yeah,
and then we'll jump in with vitamin D3 as our first one.
Okay, so I'm really, really buzzing about this show. Okay, so we're going to start with vitamin D in a second, and the importance of vitamin D and how it can help us along the way. We've got vitamin B6 as well, which will be, again, an amazing offer on this, and then the omegas.
The omegas, indeed. Now we're going to talk all about supporting your skeleton, and it is so incredibly important no matter what age you are, and there are definitely certain things that we can do that could have a positive impact, and we're talking a lot about prevention here.
Well, prevention's better than cures.
Prevention is definitely better than cure. Did you know that actually there's about 3 million of us now in the UK, as Age UK suggests, that have osteoporosis, suffer with osteoporosis, which is a bone disease condition.
Yeah.
Now, some of us don't even know it, but diet has an effect.
Yes.
Wear and tear obviously has an effect. Age has an effect.
Yeah.
But it's about what we can do.
Yeah. So what can we do? Well, obviously, how do we get vitamin D into our system as well? There's numerous ways, obviously, as probably mentioned, but one is sunlight, of course. Very difficult in this country any time of the year. But, okay, now it's not sunlight. So it's not sunlight that gives us the vitamin D. It's the exposure to responsible amount of sunlight that starts the process, activating the compounds within the skin to produce the vitamin D. And the vitamin D, of course, is important because we're taught from a very early age to have calcium, good for the bones. Yeah. The presence of vitamin D enables the absorption of the calcium into the bones. So it's an essential part of our lives.
It is.
But the further away we are from the equator, the more difficult it is to get to the sunshine.
And we're not very close, are we?
No.
No.
I
think our weather suggests that already, doesn't it?
But then even you've got weather, but then you've got cloud cover.
Yes.
Pollution, which can have an effect of how, so we may be out. Also, there's the research as well of different times of the day, and there's many experts that believe that the time between 10 a.m. to midday is the optimum time to be out. Again, responsibly exposing yourself, as opposed to the harsher. And I suppose we're talking in intense summers of the.
Yeah, I think you can go at any time of day here at the moment and not have that problem.
But to avoid or be careful of and be wary of from midday onwards and that harsher sunshine. However. Again, if there's not the sunshine there, we might need to supplement.
We might. Now, Public Health England actually advise all of us in the UK to be supplementing with a dietary source of vitamin D in the autumn and winter months. And that is, of course, where we are at the moment. So we are lacking in sunshine. We're lacking sunshine most of the year.
Not spiritually, we don't.
Not spiritually,
You're radiant self, Poppy.
I think you just mean that I talk a lot.
No, you bring the sunshine into the room.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I interrupted you there.
No, not at all. No. Likewise, Nick. Rare sunshine. But although we're doing it maybe in our personalities, we're not getting it from the weather.
No.
From the actual sun. And the sun, as you referenced, produces synthesized vitamin D in our body. And vitamin D is absolutely crucial, absolutely vital when it comes to the health of our bones. And by the way, just to give you the heads up, throughout this whole show, we are going to be in the 30% off sale. We'll talk about it in more detail, but you will have noticed it on the graphics already. So just to give you the heads up, 30% off sale.
Okay, so normally £4.99. Here and now, though, £3.49. And just to address the potency, the strength of this comes in at, it's 200%, 1,000%, 10 times of the NRV.
It is a whopping 10 times of the NRV nutritional reference value, or also described as RDA, which is our recommended daily allowance, which is the minimum amount as an advisory to get every single day. Now, the beauty about vitamin D, you'll actually end up saving even more money on this, and I'm about to let you on a little bit of a secret.
This is brilliant.
Tell you why. So, you can retain vitamin D. So there are lots of vitamins out there which are water soluble, which you have to ingest every single day, and it's difficult to hold on to. There are certain vitamins, or actually in this instance, vitamin D is actually a hormone, but it's been sort of renowned and called a vitamin over the years. hormones, as we know, affect our mood as well.
Yeah.
But vitamin D we can hold on to. So not everybody takes this every single day. You may wish to spread it out. You may have, well, with the sun not being around at the moment, you may wish to up it. So you may choose to have one a day. But
Unless
you may have
you've been away as well, you've been on holiday to exotic
Exactly.
climates. We're not jealous, honestly.
No, not at all. No jealousy or resentment.
But your body can sort of retain and stockpile, but it needs to be taken regularly.
Regularly, but sporadically. It can be, consistently.
Periodically, over time. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you could save even more money on this. So, perhaps you might want to change. If you subscribe, rather than have this delivered every month, you may wish to have it delivered to you every 60 days. So you can either buy it as a one-off purchase of £4.99 or get it in the sale as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you subscribe, of course, you can select the frequency with which you'd like it delivered. Which many people do. To take advantage of the 30% sale, you've got to quote. It's really easy. Quote, if you're on the phone lines, quote save 30.
Yes. Yeah.
And on the website, just put that into the little box when you're prompted when you're checking out. Yeah. Very easily done.
Okay. Save 30% off an already amazing price. And as you can see on screen there, that's also how you can subscribe. So subscription is the best way to save because actually it's what we call our half price for life guarantee. So half price upon the original one-off price, which again is amazing in itself. How do we get them so low? I know when buying something for your health, it is very important to do your due diligence. I agree with you, and in fact, I've advised many people on buying supplements previously. Look at price, look at quality. Now, typically, I'd say to somebody, if someone's selling it really affordably elsewhere, really cheap, I'd go, well, question why. Look at the ingredient. You need to question it.
You need to have quality vitamin.
You do.
The ingredients and the intensity as well, the potency of it.
The concentration. But we can do it.
Yeah,
we can do it because we don't externally market.
Absolutely, and there's 30 in the pot here. And just on note of we don't externally market, so again, obviously, if we had massive advertising campaigns with big budgets, massive overheads, all very grand, all the bells and whistles, fantastic. However, the money needs to be paid for, and of course, how a lot of retailers make that work is by adding the price onto the product, and who pays for it at the end of the day is the customer.
Yes.
So we don't do that. We do like to grow, though. We have grown. I mean, you've been here since day one.
Yes.
I've joined the team later down the line, but since I've been here, I've seen the family grow, as it were, and it's through recommendations.
It is the recommendations. It's your word of mouth. It's your testimonials. It's you telling your friends, your family, your loved ones about the products of which you've tried, the supplements, the creams, whatever it may be. So please leave us a Trustpilot review. They are real people, real reviews. You can only write it once it's been delivered and you've been offered the opportunity to write your thoughts. So we encourage you to do so. But just so you know, when you look at other Trustpilot reviews, they are real people that have purchased. Nothing fake reviews.
Real peeps.
Real people.
Yeah.
Fake reviews was sort of a thing at one point. I've seen other companies. I've seen it. But it's becoming much more difficult to do that, and we just always like to remind you that it's something that we'd never even entertain, obviously. But these are real reviews, so take a look at them. They are phenomenal. They speak for themselves, and just vitamin D3 is an excellent vitamin. I use it to boost it in between my GP visits, and also their vitamin D3 liquid capsules. It's phenomenal and could make a really big difference in your bone health.
Okay, so a pot of 30. If you, as many people do, would like to gift for a loved one, a relative, maybe they have an alternative brand at the moment. You're thinking, okay, but what I'd love to do is introduce them to the quality of the Primal Living products and supplements. Then this is a great way of doing it. So vitamin D. Pot of 30 as part of the 30% sale. Normally, I mean, that's an amazing deal, £4.99, but £3.49 limited time. So limited.
Indeed. Save 30% in the 30% off sale with the code. Right, so from one vitamin to another, as again, vitamin D3 is actually a hormone, but known as vitamin, but this is actually a vitamin.
Yes, vitamin B6.
Yes.
Now, vitamin B6 is very much in theme with the idea of the show with bone support, which we'll go into. But there's a whole list of other things which we'll touch upon. So you just talked to me about this just before we came on air. Talk to me about the association with bones and etc.
Okay, so vitamin B6 helps something known as hydrochloric acid, or you may have heard it described as HCI. And HCI production by the stomach is necessary for calcium absorption. So you need it for the absorption of something that is very important. I mean, I think we all know or have heard that calcium is good for the bones and the teeth. I mean, did you get milk at school? Is that something that was encouraged, or milk at home?
It was. I was at the age where, did you have milk at school?
We would have an 11 o'clock break where
Did you have the little bottles? Or
we had the cartons.
The little bottles. I remember, this is really showing my age now. I remember when, and because what was the milk? We had a milk lady, I don't remember her name. Her name was Mrs. Brammer. I'm going back many, many years ago, 30 years now.
Good memory there.
And Mrs. Brammer, she was very kind.
Yeah.
And what she used to do is, you should queue up for your milk, and you'd be signed off, and then. But I used to love two things. Was when it snowed, because it used to be delivered very early in the morning. It probably sounds a bit disgusting, but it used to be frozen. And I used to be like a smoothie. I remember, and also on a Friday,
milk smoothie.
And on Friday, if anyone was absent from school, you could get two. And if you were kind, I learned that age very early. If you were kind to Mrs. Brammer, if you were friendly with her, and she was a really lovely lady,
you get extra milk.
Yeah, extra milk. So yeah, it's very much encouraged again to have the calcium. But then it's that secondary sort of learning of the body needs. It's okay having calcium, but it needs to be able to absorb it.
That's
for
it.
The teeth, the bones, and everything like that.
And all the goodness. And you said it with the vitamin D. Vitamin D is necessary for calcium absorption. Actually, vitamin B6 also plays an incredible role in the absorption of calcium in it. And it's amazing when you come to dive into the world of supplements and food and health, and you understand that actually this needs this to work together. And you know, it's all about symbiosis and working hand in hand. And you know, just because you've got this vitamin in your life or this mineral in your life, you actually may need something else to help with the absorption of it. So just once again, B6 is necessary for hydrochloric acid, HCI production by the stomach, and in turn is necessary for calcium absorption. It can also help prevent the buildup of homocysteine, actually.
Okay.
So homocysteine is something that interferes with collagen.
Yeah.
So collagen cross-linking, and that can then ultimately lead to defective bones, osteoporosis. So again, B6, although we've talked about it in other shows as a hormone stabilizer.
Yeah, it's
great for the mind.
Well, it's associated with so much more. It could be called the happiness. What has been known as the happiness vitamin.
Yeah.
The PMS vitamin, or the stabilizer.
Easy.
Yeah, or the stabilizer. The stabilizer vitamin.
That's true.
So it contributes to a regulation of so much.
Yes, it is.
And also, just in reference to the number on the front. 3,005, well, basically it's to do with the strength, because this comes in at 35 times the EU NRV. So yeah, 35 times. So it's about keeping the body in balance.
It's like keeping the body in balance, helping with our bones. It also helps with the brain as well, known to help with the brain. And as Nick's reference, the concentration of it is special. You know, again, if you're sat there, and I commend you for doing so, I'd applaud this. I would ask the same thing if I was sat exactly where you are right now. Why Primal? Why Primal? There's health stores all down my high street. I could walk out my door right now, or you may need to get in the car depending where you live, and go to a store and get supplements. I could buy B6, I could buy vitamin D3. Why you? Quality, the concentrations that we did with our NPD, our nutritional product development team, are something special. They really are above and beyond, belts and braces approach. Steve, who is the founder of Primal Living, said, I know there's lots of other companies and stores out there, health stores. So if we're going to do this, I want to either make I'm either going to do two things. The concentration to be incredible and the quality to be amazing, so better than what other companies are doing. And I'm going to make it a really affordable price because we can. Yes, we've got a TV channel, but we don't have huge overheads. We don't externally market. You don't see big TV ads on other companies. We are growing, but we want to grow first before we do anything like that, because we don't want the money to then be in the supplements. We don't want to up our prices to do that. We actually live on word of mouth. So thank you to you for making this possible. But he said if someone else is doing it amazingly, so whatever product it is, he's found someone that's got an amazing patent already or an amazing product. He said, I'm going to match it, but I'll go even lower on price.
And that's it.
So you've got everything,
So it's the quality of the ingredients within, the research, the backstory to make these little tubs what they are and how brilliant they are. And of course, as part of the 30% sale, so £3.98, so it's 30 in a pot with the V6, so 30 in a pot, so a month's supply under this special promotion here and now, £2.79. You can subscribe, you can gift, which many people do. So if you'd like to gift to an alternative address, that can be done. You can speak to me. So obviously, these shows, Poppy, they are very, okay, you don't let us off lightly, and quite right. If the shows, you've said to us, you like to come away and learn, and obviously you come to the table with great knowledge, but it's very important for you, you've said to us, that you come away from these shows knowing more than when you tune in. It's not just about the deals. Yes, it is, but it's also about the information and it's
the whys.
It's about
the
empowering, isn't it? Really, because knowledge is power.
It is.
And so understanding the reasons why all these vitamins and supplements are important and what they actually do and what they can do.
Indeed, no, absolutely right. It's understanding why you might need it, why you would consider it, and why would you buy this particular one. And we want to answer every single question for you. You know, please ask us the questions. This is what we're here for. Email us, call us. If there's anything more that you'd like to know, there's more that we can tell you, and we would love to as well. So get in touch with us. We're very open, we're very honest. You can write testimonials, you can write your real reviews, all of which makes us different. There are other health companies elsewhere, we are aware of that, but the difference is the people behind Primal, the products of which we offer, and the way that we approach things. So thank you for all the feedback that you've already given to us, and we're just continuing to grow, and we're bringing more products in. I can't say too much. I've been told before this show by this man here, who's been very, very, very proactive in bringing new people in and new products in, that just don't let the cat out the bag, Poppy. And
It's all good. All exciting things to come, but exciting things right now with this as well. So £3.98, £2.79 under subscription. And again, just if you do wish to speak, people react work differently. Some people like to ask questions or go over or speak to them when they place an order. That's what the phone line's for. You live busy lives, think, whoa, no time for a conversation. Click, click, click.
Click, click, click. As easy as that.
Yeah, so you look at this as now. If you look at how the technology is reaching out, you could be watching us pretty much anywhere, either on your phone, on the computer.
You can see this on the website as well.
On Sky, on one of the other platforms as well. YouTube. So yes, 0800 number is there.
Don't forget the sale. Don't forget the sale.
And the sale's limited time.
Limited time only, yes, 30% off. In order to redeem that 30% off, you need to either say on the phone, save 30 on whichever supplement that we've talked about, be it the vitamin D3 or the vitamin B. We're about to tell you why Omega is amazing for the joints. This is the Support Your Joints show. It's all about your bones, your skeletal health, anti-inflammatories. But if you want to redeem the offer that's on offer at the moment, save 30. You can put it in on the website or you can say it on the phone. Use the code. The power is in your hands to get that 30% off. If you want it, you've got to say the code.
That's it. So really easy to get involved, but again, it's for limited time. So this is a really famous supplement. You'll know a lot about it already. Our sort of mission this show is you leave the show with the supplements that are going to be high quality, but with even more information as well.
Yeah.
Omega-3.
Omega-3.
Okay, which is I say it's famous. It's well known.
It's renowned,
and renowned for joints. Creaky joint, helping creaky joints.
Yes. Do you have creaky joints?
I've got creakier.
I creak quite a lot as well.
You don't creak?
I do. There's times where my boyfriend's going, what's that noise? It's been like a...
the creak like a...
I do,
like
just occasionally.
Like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Very occasionally. A bit clicky as well here and there.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't eat enough fish.
No. So diet's very important. Movement as well. So that theory of the more you do, the more you can do. The less you do, the less you can do.
Sorry?
If I don't do any exercise, when you've got those, when work takes over or life, and I feel I have less energy, but I have less ability to move.
It's the mobility.
Absolutely. So it's about keeping moving.
Sure.
A big one, of course, is omega-3. Found
from fish.
In fish, avocados, for example. Avocados, you've got no problem with.
I can eat avocados all day long, but fish,
Okay.
Oh, I actually advise people to eat more fish.
Yes.
And there's me going,
Why?
also,
Why?
Because it's so good for you for so many different reasons, the protein source of which it offers, but in this instance, we're talking about it in relation to the omega-3 that it has. Omega-3 is not a vitamin, it's not a mineral, it's a fatty acid. And you're probably thinking, oh, that doesn't sound very nice. I'll tell you what, it is very good for you. Very good for you.
Very good for you. Right, just give us a yay or nay
Okay.
of you, Poppy, personally, because obviously you recognise the benefits of oily fish.
Yeah.
But you're not a big fan. It's found in salmon. You're a fan?
No.
Mackerel?
No.
Herring?
No.
Lake trout?
No.
Sardines?
No.
Well, go on then. Macadamia nuts?
Love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So found in there. So if you can't, and also it's one thing liking fish, but then again it's the accessibility to it.
And a good source of it as well.
A good source of it as well. So if you're not getting it through your diet, which is incredibly hard even when you love fish.
Okay, already the spotlight was on me a moment ago. I've got a question for you, Nicholas. That's right. I full named you.
Don't, because I've had an awful week. It's like the worst week to ask.
That's why I'm going to go for it. Nicholas.
God. Yes. I want to talk like when those lights appear.
Yeah. Like an X Factor.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Spotlight's on you.
Go on.
Nicholas.
Yes.
How much fish have you eaten in the last 7 days?
None. That's bad,
Nothing.
isn't it? Prawns.
Okay, yeah, no, it's prawns.
So I had prawns, but not
any omega-rich fish.
No.
Anything that you've just given me on the list.
No.
Right.
But also, I find it hard. I don't often cook mackerel. I don't often cook herring either. So for me, supplementing is probably it is the way forward. That's why.
I mean, this is the thing. It's quite difficult to get it. I mean, I think with most of us, the question is, how much fish do you have? In fact, where in the country do you live? Are you more inland like us?
We're Midlands, aren't we?
Yeah, we are the Midlands, quite literally, and that can often mean that you don't get enough of good quality fish. Look, obviously we can get our hands on fish, but you're less likely to get fresh fish, good quality fish. I mean, we're talking about a restaurant that's popped up near where we live, and we're not by the seaside, are we?
No.
So unless it's coming from the river, which also probably wouldn't be so great.
Yeah.
It's not fresh quality omega-rich fish.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would be bad, but it's not. It's not what our body really needs.
Yeah.
So why is it so good for our bones?
Okay, just very quickly about how and why we get omega from the fish, because I thought in the early days, I love this fact because it's one of those. This is a great pub fact. This one, okay.
Take it to your friends.
Yeah,
tell them tonight.
So it's the fact that because I always thought, obviously, we're consuming the fish, therefore the fish produce the omega-3. It's not the case. They consume it through algae, and there's so many nutrients within natural algae. So the fish consume the algae, therefore we consume the fish, and that's how it gets into our system. So it's not perhaps a journey, well, definitely not one I expected. So that's how it comes about. Now it's very good for the bones and again joints, the lubrication of joints and it's a very traditional supplement as well.
It is, but it was very well known to be in sort of the oil form, wasn't it? The actual fish oil, like cod liver oil.
Should we talk about the forms we've got here then?
Yes.
So because they are in oil form, but in capsule form.
In capsules, yes.
So, okay. First of all, there's so much on omega-3. Okay, it's broken up into two parts. Okay, so you have the EPA and the DHA. Okay, so Poppy, talk us through. So the EPA is associated with feeding, it's more the functional side of the brain.
That's it.
And the DHA is feeding, it sort of feeds the more structural side of the brain.
That's it, yes. So you've got EPA, which is docosahexaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid.
Okay.
Now, both are incredibly important.
Yeah.
DHA is actually the primary structure of our brain, so very, very important for our cognitive function and brain health as well. But one of the very important factors of this is that it is anti-inflammatory. In fact, I believe we have a specialist talking about EPA and DHA, don't we?
Yeah. So these are the two parts of omega-3, and it's Deborah, is it?
It is Deborah Colson.
Check this out.
Within fish oil, the two key elements that you're looking for is the EPA and the DHA. So it's icosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. And the EPA has a very strong functional role in the brain, whereas the DHA has a more structural role in the brain. So EPA has a half-life of something, like 2.5 weeks, whereas DHA will have a half-life in the body of a couple of years because DHA is actually incorporated into the brain tissue. DHA is particularly important in children, so infants, because their brain is growing and developing, and in older people because their brain is at risk of degeneration. So at either end of the age spectrum, the higher DHA is more important, whereas in the middle, the EPA is probably more important. But the good thing is that the body can translate from one to the other, so it isn't necessary to focus on one or the other, a good balance of the two.
So the two parts of omega-3 is absolutely fascinating. Again, if you do have, I've got a copy here, we haven't got much, well, the time's against us, we have the Primal Cure book as well. There's a really detailed chapters in there on omega-3.
Yes. Also
algae as well, and of course the relationship between the two. We talked about the two parts there, the DHA and the EPA. Why has this appeared, Poppy?
This? I don't know what you mean.
Okay, so because on the back of supplements like omega-3s, you see milligrams, 1,000 milligrams. But what does that mean in real terms? What's the difference?
So milligrams is the size overall. So
right.
Steve, our founder, gave a really good analogy once, which I'm going to steal it.
Yeah.
And he said that if you get £100 and $100, both are 100, but what each of those can buy you is very different.
Yep.
As this is similar to this. So I've got one competitor omega-3 in my hand, and the other one is ours. So you can see they're both 1,000 milligrams. They're both the same size, but their concentrations and makeup are very different.
Yeah.
Ours is much higher, so we've got a premium version for you here.
So that's premium strength is 330 milligrams of EPA, 220 milligrams of DHA.
That's correct, which is actually very high.
That is really high.
Now, in fact, ours is so high that you only have to take one per day. So if, like me, these are in particular, I don't mind swallowing because they're not chalky, so they very easily go down. They're coated and encapsulated in a way that they just slide down very easily.
Yes.
They don't have a fishy aftertaste. If you don't like fish, like me, lots of people say that.
This is a big issue. I mean, I've had supplements before, fish oils, where you do get that repetition. Personally, it's not very nice for yourself if you don't like the taste, but also it can be not nice for other people in office environments or when you're working closely with people. I'm not insinuating, by the way.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
No problem here. I don't eat fish.
That's the thing. So but there's no sort of repeat and I definitely don't get indigestion or any kind of discomfort or anything
Absolutely,
like that.
Which is a big thing. It's one of the key factors as to why so many people love them, and also the fact that you only take one a day. I've had omegas in the past, so I've had to take 3 a day. I know there's the majority, in fact, that I've seen you take 2 a day, just 1 a day because of the strength. Now we've gone from premium that's slightly more affordable, so you've got at a normal price of £3.99, 30% off. But you've got to say the code. Quote SAVE30 on the phone with the customer service team. Just call the free 0800 line and speak to them. Or you can buy it on the website. Type in SAVE30 upon checkout. Alternatively, and this is always the best way to buy because you'll save the most money, why not subscribe? Get it delivered direct to your door for an incredibly affordable price.
Yeah, you can gift a subscription as well if you so wish, and you can also choose the frequency with which you would like these delivered as well, which makes sense as well. Different people have different sort of. Some people like to stockpile, some people like to take in their own every other day, or depending on how much fish you can get into your diet in the context of omega-3, for example. So special price. We have from premium strength to max strength.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Now, just on the strength of the max strength. We believe that this is one of the highest, if not the highest.
If not the highest, yeah. So when you're looking at the concentration, 400 milligrams of EPA and 300 milligrams of DHA, which many people. Now, look, if you're targeting the joints, if you're really somebody that perhaps is concerned about because you've got perhaps other people in your family with osteoporosis or arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, there's a history there, and you're really trying to target it, then this may be the one for you to go for the max strength that's got the most EPA and DHA, one of the highest, if not the highest on the market. This is the one I would say go for. Anti-inflammatory, it's great for so many different things, but because of the anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation can cause so many problems around the bones and around the joints. This is why omega-3 is known to make you a little less creaky.
That's right. And again, we quite often read about the omega-6 going toe-to-toe with omega-3, but okay, anti-inflammatory with omega-3. It's very easy. It's a lot easier to get the omega-6, but very difficult to get the omega-3, and that's what this offers: a quality, high-quality strength. And quality ingredients as well.
Indeed. So you can buy it for £5.99 normally, or £4.19 if you quote SAVE30 to the customer service team or on the website. We've been talking all about joints in this show. So we've gone from vitamin D that can help with the absorption of calcium, which is vital for bone health. Vitamin B6, also known to help with the absorption of calcium and prevent the buildup of homocysteine, which can have an effect on our bones. We've also got our omegas. If you prefer to go for the more affordable one but still high quality, get yourself the premium strength or max strength. Let us know how you get on and support your skeletal health.